me a second to get my phone. I'll be right back. Talk amongst
No problem.
yourselves.
Okay.
Morgan did nothing
well-
wrong.
Oh well, he's still
Throw out the
wandering.
hot
to death.
takes while George isn't here.
Yeah.
Have you guys? I've heard Andor is back and it's good. Have you guys? Been
I
watching it?
haven't had a chance to see it yet because, and especially since because what we could do the Star Wars games, like, oh, I probably want to see some of that so I can get myself back in the world of it again. Considering how that's kind of more of the, supposed to be like a little bit more of the underbelly side kind of thing. So because of
Yeah.
yeah.
I want to watch.
Yeah, because I saw the first season, which was
Me too. Yeah, it's on my watch list for the second one.
I'm
Yeah,
letting a couple episodes get in because
I hate that. I hate
Yeah,
that. Just let me binge it, you bastards. Give it to me.
I seriously want to binge it.
What are we
So
talking-
I'm giving it.
What
We're
are
talking
we talking
about Andor.
Oh, I watched those first 3 episodes. It's
Are
funny
they good?
because
What?
I have never been a Mon Mothma fan.
Yeah.
Ever in the history of Star Wars lore, I have never been a Mon Mothma fan. Even going back to Return of the Jedi, I was like, I like everybody in this room except you.
Okay.
Yeah. and then the Heir to the Empire came out and didn't do her any favors.
Mm-hmm.
Made her into kind of everything I hate about politicians and bureaucrats.
Right.
And I don't know if the point of Andor is to try to rehabilitate Mon Mothma to a certain level, but it's not working if it is.
No.
No, I'm in episode
Well-
3 and I'm like, boy, Mon Mothma could catch a blaster bolt to the face and I'd be okay.
Well, the other thing too is because she was also in Rogue One, and so she kind of was almost the same. Because that's a lot.
Yeah, she was
kind of the
unlikable
same
in Rogue
thing.
One.
Kelsey.
Right. Because I mean, it's kind of because the whole idea behind Rogue One and also Andor is, yeah, maybe the Empire is evil, but the rebels have they're not squeaky clean either in terms of what some of these guys are
But
capable
see,
of doing.
I
So,
mean, yeah, you've got
yeah.
people that are unlikable like Mon Mothma, but here's the thing: I can't stand her. I like Saw Gerrera better than Mon Mothma,
Oh yeah, okay.
even
All
though
right.
he's a terrorist,
Right.
and I like him better than
what-
Mon Mothma.
Who's the guy that's played by oh man, I forget the character's name that's played by
the guy in Thor, that's
yeah.
vampire Eric's dad.
Yep.
Stellan Skarsgård.
Stellan Skarsgård, yeah, he was one of the best guys in that whole show. I mean, in terms of like his complexity and everything, because he's trying to play,
I really like Luthen. Was it Luthen?
Yeah,
yes,
his name is
Luthen. There we go.
Luthen.
Yeah,
I don't think he has a last name.
I liked Mon Mothma and Luthen together because I liked it because it felt like because they could all topple over at any moment and everything, and she has to play it safe, play it cool, just to keep the money flowing and all that stuff. I understand why she's not liked, but I think at this time in the rebellion, when people aren't just jumping into ships and let's get going, this is what is required. I know that that people against her opinion are required later, but for now, I think this is her best part. So I've been liking her.
I get the need for her. Don't get me wrong.
Yes.
Right, but like if the rebellion's starting and somebody pulls me into a room and says I've got some people that want to meet you because they want to try to recruit me for the rebellion. If it's Mon Mothma, I ain't joining the rebellion. If it's Leia Organa, if it's Princess Leia Organa, yeah, sign me up. I'm like, hell yeah, you seem like you like to party. Let's do this.
Not a fan
Okay.
of redheads, I guess, or blondes. I think she's a redhead. I don't recall.
And
Well,
I'm going
Well,
to say
you-
something.
go ahead.
yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, I'm going to say something that's going to irritate George. I enjoyed the Acolyte.
Mm.
It doesn't irritate me. It's fine.
Mhm.
George's like, you're allowed to be wrong.
Yeah, I don't. No, listen. You get one go through life. I don't begrudge you. Watching and enjoying something.
Mhm.
I like
Good
it
for
too,
you that
honestly.
you get to enjoy something.
That
No,
if
It is it does seem a bit like catering, to a certain group of individuals. But I'm not mad at it, I guess.
Mhm.
It was interesting. They did some cool things with it. I mean, it's no
Exactly.
cinematic masterpiece, but yeah, it was worth a watch, if you ask me.
That's
I'm-
that's where I'm at with it.
I mean, that's not
Yeah,
a
and
that's
to
not
be
the problem I have with it. I mean, my problem is that from what I've heard of it. Now, don't get me wrong, I haven't seen it, so this may not be the case. But all the things that I've read about it from multiple people, all the word of mouth I've gotten from it from multiple people, is they just kind of it's just everywhere. Everywhere you
It is a little
turn,
all over the
it's just
place.
everywhere, and I'm like, okay, that's I get that that we want to reach a point of inclusion or something, but there's also a saturation point to where it just doesn't make any sense. And I'm
Yeah,
kind
I
of
mean,
like, that's fine. Have somebody like that. I'm not going to begrudge you that. Hell, I watched Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Back when you had Tara and Willow. And
Right.
and you would ship them because they were cute together and it worked. But I'm like, if everybody on that show is like Tara and Willow, then I'm like, what's the point? What's going on? It just doesn't feel
It's not.
real. Does that make
It's
sense?
not. Yeah, it's not too in your face. It's they covered it up with an interesting plot, you know. But it is it does 100% seem like they were trying to look for a way to cater to the LGBT.
And that's my other thing is
community.
like the way that they market it. And they market it and they're like so up in your face about it and they're like, ha ha, this is what we're doing. F you. And you're like, well,
Mhm.
wow, okay, I was curious about this, no longer. It was sort of the
Right.
same
Yeah.
way when Star Trek Discovery came out, and the producers went out of their way to piss off like half the country because they were just like,
Mhm.
haha, this is who we are, this is what we are. Maybe you shouldn't watch this. And I was like, done. I will oblige you.
Right.
Anytime
I
somebody
mean,
says
yeah,
that don't watch, I'm like, you got it.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like,
Game on.
yeah. It's like, okay, fair enough.
And then when you
Yeah.
don't,
It's like,
and then when you're not around later, or you failed, and you know,
and
it's
it's
a,
like,
and you're sitting around going, boy, what went wrong?
well, you told us not to watch.
You told us not to
So
watch. You said this wasn't
right.
for us. I just
Yeah,
don't get it
that's
because
right.
because with Star, and this is the thing. Like Andor has a new controversial thing, and I don't want to
Oh
spoil
yeah.
it for any of y'all, but it's been in the news,
Mm-hmm.
and it is. Having seen the episode, I won't get into it, but it is jarring because you're
Mm-hmm.
like, wait, no, this is Star Wars. And you accept on a certain level that bad shit has happened with the Empire. The Empire is
Mm-hmm.
not the good guys. They have done some things, right?
Mm-hmm.
But
Right.
it's also, I mean, like when the first trilogy came out, George Lucas was like, this is for 12-year-olds.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh, okay, now we have this. And I'm just like, no, this is a little too it's a little too hard. Okay, yeah, I get it. It exists in the universe somewhere. We know there's a seedy underside,
Mm-hmm.
right? We
You're
know
right.
that kind of thing probably goes on. If you
Mm-hmm.
came away from Return of the Jedi not realizing that, I don't know what to tell you.
Right.
But at
Yeah.
the same time, we don't necessarily need to see it.
Well, right, because if you think about Star Wars, like what the original trilogy was supposed to be, it was essentially like Indiana Jones. It essentially was George Lucas's homage to like the Buck Rogers series.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and essentially that's kind of what. So it's kind of maintained a little bit the spirit of that. Granted, it's bringing in elements of like, of all that Joseph Campbell folklore, heroes with 1,000 faces, and everything like that thrown in there, as a kind of a subtext. But yeah, I mean, but a lot of it is supposed. I mean, even if you look at the prequel trilogy, that's a little bit, and it started getting what's Return of with Revenge of the Sith, starting getting a little bit more because it's got to the PG-13
Now,
stuff.
also in fairness,
Mhm.
it's not as graphic as a lot of movies have been or a lot of TV shows have
Right.
been with it.
Okay.
You know, and
Yeah.
it's not as overt in what
Mhm.
was going on. It's just the one character screaming it after it happened. You know, and I'm
Right.
like, okay, oh, all right, yeah. And in your head you realize, yeah, that's what ultimately was happening there.
But and in fairness to Andor, I mean, even if you look at the first season, it's supposed to be kind of like it's supposed to be there. It's almost like the Jean Le Carre spy novel in space.
No, it is. I mean, but
Yeah.
at the same time, I'm like, there's we get it. You're edgy, and Andor kills people out of
Mhm.
nowhere all the time.
Right. Yeah.
You
Oh, and I
know,
get. Yeah.
and I'm
Yeah.
just like, we get. You don't have to try this hard.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. I mean, 'cause yeah, exactly. Um, but yeah, there. I guess what they're. But it's one of those things where sometimes where because the fact that it got into, okay, we're going to try to explore different, because they got the IP and they know that they want to kind of explore different areas with like within that IP, and you've got a bunch of there. It's trying to appeal it. I mean, it can kind of get a little bit more. There is, of course, that danger of like from what I've heard, and again, granted, I haven't seen these episodes yet, but it's like, oh, this kind of sounds a little bit more like somebody like a fanfic person would come up with.
That whole scene did feel a little fanfic. I won't lie, it did.
Yeah,
It
I
did.
mean, it sounds like, I mean, again, like I said, I would have to see the thing in full context and everything, but it's like, okay, yeah, it's you're getting to but again, that's kind of what you get. What kind of ends up happening was sometimes when you get into this, when you have this when they buy the IP and they decide, oh, and then the guy goes, well, let's see what we can do with this thing, and you go off in the same, and you, of course, like you say, it takes, yeah, it goes, you kind of, you're thinking, it gets to a point where, okay, this will be cool, but oh, you're kind of losing the spirit of what it was originally intended to be, if that makes sense.
Yeah, Disney has gotten Disney of all people
I know.
has gotten very
Yeah.
far away from that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's bound to
Yeah.
happen over time.
Very,
Though.
very
Mhm.
far away from that.
I'm glad they're trying something new because they've been doing the same stuff the whole dang time where you could either watch it when you're 7 or when you're
Mhm.
27. Now they got
Yeah.
something where you can only watch when you're 27. So
Well,
I
I
will
mean,
see what happens. If people don't like it, then they won't do it. But if people watch
I mean,
it, then we'll see.
there's nothing wrong with trying to be with new or innovative. It's just that the idea, it's just like sometimes, but you kind of got,
They got to
it's
put it to good use. Like they have to justify it. They have to live up to that. If
right.
they're going to go that direction, I think.
Mhm.
I do know about what you're referring to because I have seen people talk about that. I did see some person say like Vader wouldn't allow this. That made me laugh though. That sounded
Yeah,
really
that's
I was
laughable.
like, these are
Darth
Oh,
Vader doesn't
people.
care.
Yeah, he just killed. That was really funny.
Darth Vader literally
All right,
killed a
hold
bunch
on,
of.
wait. Do we want to
Darth
keep
Vader
talking about
killed a
this
bunch
for
of
another 10
younglings.
minutes, or do you want me to do the recap? Just wanted
No,
to make sure.
all I'll say
Okay.
in closing is that it was as jarring to me as when
Mhm.
Doctor Strange called the bad guy an asshole in his
Oh,
movie. Because if you
okay.
read Doctor Strange comics, Doctor Strange doesn't talk like that. Doctor Strange
Right.
holds himself at a much higher level. So when you have the Benedict Cumberbatch MCU Doctor Strange refer to the bad guy as asshole, I was slack
Yeah.
jawed. And I told people, I said, for me, it was as jarring as hearing Darth Vader call somebody a jerk off. You know,
Okay.
I wish
Yeah.
I wish someone called Thanos a real jerk. A real.
I feel
really,
like Thor did just in his love language of beheading.
probably.
Mhm.
All right, so we'll move on from unpleasant things and get back to D&D.
Mhm.
So it is apparently Alex's turn to do the recap. Is that correct?
It has become my turn.
All right, Alex, please explain to us what happened last time on the Annals of Levis, the Heretic King.
Well, some fighting happened, and Bert died, and he got better, and we went to the end, and there we are. No, there was a little bit more theatrics to it, as we were slaying the giants, firing off crazy spells, Brynjar going ham with all his attacks. Let's see, were there any other big highlights?
Higher level battle masters
Hart?
are broken.
One more time. Who's broken?
High level battle masters are broken.
I'm broken. Everybody's broken.
Oh man, I'm just a bird.
Does anybody want to add anything?
Tart got a Tart 1, Tart 2 got a kill. That was pretty cool. I like that part.
Mhm.
And
The Tart firing squad.
yes, I now have a gun line.
Spiritual weapon got second kill.
Spiritual weapon got a second kill.
Based on the fact, the other thing, based on the fact that when these creatures died and melted into some kind of like primordial ooze from like, I guess you would say something else, almost like from, would it be astral in nature? So basically, these were otherworldly creatures.
Yeah.
Shall we say?
Yeah, and in our game world, in our campaign setting, demons, stuff that's like not native to your plane, when it dies, it kind of finds a way to just sort of dissolve.
Yeah.
Demons do it. Demons dissolve, and now these things that you have seen that I think we said that that Taj and Professor Wildiggles both realized from an arcane standpoint that these were related somehow to the magic behind Johann.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yellow King, King in Yellow type nonsense.
Yes.
Yeah, it's got his signature all over it. Is basically what it was.
His shenanigans.
What'd you say?
I said his shenanigans.
Mm-hmm.
Shenanigans. Yeah, that's a good way to say it. All right. Before we start, let me get up real quick and go check on the cat.
Okay.
He's
Good
not in
Linus check.
He's not in here with me, and I just want to make sure he's doing okay. I'll be
Okay.
right back.
No worries. Okay. Yeah. So I think it's just based on what it is. It's essentially that these things were, I guess, either sent by the King in Yellow or to, I guess, do something.
Well, regardless, it's clear that that Johann isn't doing us any favors right now.
Well, at this point, not necessarily, because his thing is, to be fair with Johann, is that he kind of like his thing when he said his last thing was when he says, "I am the essentially the guardian of the door" kind of thing. That's how he sees himself. Whether that's how he actually what he actually is, that's a whole other thing.
In
His whole
our
thing is like,
experience, warlocks with eldritch beings tend to get the warlock taken over. That's just-
right.
in our experience, we've seen that. So
Yes.
I've had
it's-
that in the back of my mind. I've been meaning to just put it at the front of my mind at this point.
Alrighty, I'm
Right.
back.
And I think it's just because, and I think the thing is because it's part of it because he's also a paladin too. So it's like, okay, so, but yeah, it's one of those things where he may think he's being, trying to, basically the go-between, but he may not actually be that. So, but we will
Yes.
see. In any case,
All right. Well, in that case, I believe when we left off, you guys were headed inside to Anwar's for some
Mhm.
nosh.
yes.
All right, so give me just a moment here. Some of you may recognize this map as the what was the name? The debauched altar from the village of
Is this the
Brasov.
one where Roland killed the mayor?
The
Yes.
Burgomaster, yeah, the
Burgomaster.
the non-combatant, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'll never forget that. Oh my God, that was
Like-
such a cool moment.
So
It
cool.
was, it was funny because I'm like,
I'm sorry, I
wait,
thought you were
I thought he
strong.
had more hit points.
With you guys, peace was never an option.
Right.
That'd be how it be.
But just pretend this is really, cool and, has that Arabian kind of feel that this whole campaign has had, because
Sure.
I couldn't find that represented on an actual grid map.
Oh, no worries. Yeah.
All right, so this is where we when you guys came in, Anwar kind of directed you to park your automatons, Taj.
Mhm.
When you came in, Brynjar, he asked that because of Bert's size now, because he's a big boy. He's not the little owlbear that he used to be. He's a big old boy now, and Anwar has asked that you keep him in the courtyard, where Anwar has agreed to open the doors up here. You see that,
Okay.
Brynjar? So that you
Yes.
can see out to him and he can see out to you, but he's out in the courtyard.
All right.
All right. And also, Anwar's daughters, Dahlia and Aminet, those are his two daughters that have served you guys multiple times. They've been enjoying, like helping to take care of him. He was being watched by people that were loyal to. Why can I not remember her name? The
What,
You
Amani?
got
dragon?
us?
Huh? No, the
Oh,
dragon.
Armani.
Yeah, Amani, yeah. Um, he's being cared for by Amani's people, but the girls have been taking him food scraps every day that he's been back in the city. All right, so while you're in here, you're not alone. Anwar and Mosalan are kind of talking off to the side by themselves. You notice that there are now hang on. There are stairs here on either side that go to the upper levels where the rooms are.
Mhm.
I think we've described that before. The fact that the rooms are upstairs, but there
Yeah.
are also people milling about. There are. They look like they're not tourists necessarily, but Taj, in your experience, you would definitely say these people are from out of town. Sometimes, a lot of times, people will come to Alcarak in search of exotic goods,
Treasure hunt.
or spices. Yeah, antiquing. Like when your elderly aunts drive 2 hours out of the way to go to an antique shop somewhere to find a lamp, that kind of
Got it.
thing.
Bougie nobles looking to pick up something that's older than older than anyone they talk to.
Yeah. So the people that are in here, and there's about, let me see, there's about 6 to 8 other people in here that look like they're from out of town, but they're just kind of milling about, having drinks, getting something to eat. It's kind of a busier atmosphere than you're used to seeing inside Anwar's. But we will, since you guys were going to come in, we'll spend a little time doing some role play while you guys talk to Nair and Victor about what it is y'all are what it is y'all are doing and why they should help.
Yes. So I guess just to confirm, Victor, I don't think I've given you the full story yet.
No, but I'm quite anxious to hear it.
All right. Well, some of this is from word of mouth from others, so you'll have to forgive me. This party that's been working this goal has been shifting and moving as required for one reason or another, and it started with a murder and a burglary.
Did you just
Back
combine murder and burglary in
burglary.
the
I don't know why I
burglary?
did that. A burglary. You know what a burglary is.
Wow.
A burglary. There you go. Language is just can you understand? And you guys
Three-
got it.
3,000 years and we just got our first new crime in a long time.
There you go.
Burglary.
Burglary in the first degree.
Burglary. Burglary in the third degree. So, basically, this guy Kazi, Hassan Kazi, has been working to get these important magic items that, when brought together, can be utilized to steal power from, what is it, the first pharaoh?
Not the
I
first
think it's the
pharaoh.
second.
He
Chorus
is
the second, yeah.
Chorus the second. He is referred to as the Heretic King, also the Black Pharaoh.
Perfect. It seemed that Chorus the second, the Black Pharaoh, Heretic King, and all that, has been had this connection to eldritch beings that gave him immense power. He sealed away himself and that power in these items that he did. One of them is the robes of Thumo. It says I'll kind of grab and kind of shake the robes of Thumo that I'm wearing. The other are the slippers. Where are those at? Anyone have those?
Fluffy.
All right, she's got those. We got the chains and Rocco. Brynjar, I think that's you.
Yeah, Brynjar will reach into his bag, kind of shuffle around, try and find. Oh, here it pulls out. It's the head of Kazi. Oh, nope, that's not it. And then he'll pull out, kind of the chains.
There you go. So those, and there was the necklace, right? Tears.
Tears of the
Those
Father,
four?
yeah.
Tears of the Father. Do we have that too?
You guys do.
Somewhere.
It was the first thing that you guys reclaimed. I don't know who has it, but
Who
yeah,
has it?
you guys
Oh.
have it.
Professor is supposed to have it. according to my
Honestly, it's probably
Yeah.
with somebody who's gone now.
If
I have a
even
blue
we don't know
sapphire
what it is,
elemental
there's
gem.
no way they're gonna find it.
I have a scroll with remove curse. I don't see anything about a tears.
Okay. If it's okay, I will put it into my inventory right now and just do Tears
That
of
is
the Father.
fine.
Right, because
Use
I
the
remember
father.
I did want to point out that Morgan did throw it out whenever
throw it
he
out,
was getting
yeah.
dragged
Did throw it out.
to judgment.
Alright, I put it in there, Tears of the Father quest item. So,
He was
Yep.
getting
There you go.
dragged
I
to
literally
judgment.
cannot. I literally can't drop it. Alright, so we have all these, and right now we're just playing keep away from antagonistic forces trying to grab it. It was Hassan Kazi at first, and we have dealt with him. There were also warlock assassins related to. You guys remember Thiza, Razor of Darkness, the one hero from.
The hero of
Really?
Dawnhold, yes.
Was
Yeah.
he, by the way, was he supposed to be some big tall fellow wearing a mask and being all spooky and basically, I
Yeah.
like bread and cows?
Yeah, he seemed to have made up.
Oh, I've never heard of him anyway. But I heard stories.
He seems to have raised an army of assassin clones who've also have been after these necklaces, after these items. We haven't seen them in a while. We're hoping that has subsided. We will see eventually.
And a
Anyways.
point of parliamentary procedure that you guys aren't aware of,
Mhm.
you won't ever see them again.
Yay!
Yep.
Oh, they
Or-
gave
Because
up.
Johan took care of him, actually.
Johan took care of
So,
it. Yeah.
Well, at least
Yeah.
he did something good.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Probably taking care of him even more now.
hooray!
Victor is
Have-
scribbling notes while you're
Yes,
telling him
yes.
this story.
Take notes. This will be on the test later. The
Oh, a test!
oh yeah,
Did you
yeah.
get proctor?
There's a lot. Oh no. It's a oral exam.
This is that
Terrible.
moment where Will Diggles pulls a what was his name? Manganiello at the end of Critical Role when he cut off his hand and replaced it with
I
a
remember, yeah.
hand effect. Now this is where Will Diggles grabs the sandals of the steps, throws them, or the sandals of the sands, and throws them on his feet, and was like, "It was never personal. It was just business." And then nothing happens.
it just runs off.
And then he's just kind of looking around. And he runs off with his 25, feet of
Just
speed
moving.
while you guys
He
chase
runs
him down.
He's in flip flops. He just flap 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 flap.
I think
Mhm.
Nair has like 3 times.
Oh
Victor's
yeah, his
speed.
base speed is 65 feet.
Yeah. All right.
It's like-
Continue. I'm sorry.
All right, so we have this. In dealing with Kazi, we have found ourselves at ends against the Dune Lords, if you've heard of them.
This I have no knowledge of. However, I'm sure you'll bring me up to speed.
Yes, basically, I'll cut it super short. Um, kind of like a cabal of enchanters with exceptional magical skill and resources that terrorize the Heretic Valley and beyond. Um, they are known for their secrecy. Many people don't believe they actually exist until you find actual victims of their crimes. We
Wait a
just
minute. If they're so secret, then how come you know about them?
We killed a couple.
We've been attacked by them
Oh,
and managed to pull information from their soul.
oh, that sounds a little dark.
I'm
Oh,
sorry, can you
I
repeat that?
agree, but with unfortunately what's at stake here, we've had to divulge to, whatever means whatever means work. So, a friend of mine and an old party member was able to pull knowledge from the recently past.
Victor, that sounds like necromancy. It's going to make for a metal song.
This is a useful skill, certainly.
It
The
was
stories the dead could tell.
Well, unfortunately, he has joined them, so
This is the friend you spoke of who
yes,
perished during your adventure, yes?
Yes,
This gives Victor the idea for a new hit song called Possum Kingdom.
Dead men do tell tales. There you go. But yeah. So we're in a tough spot right now. Our main goal of keeping these of playing keep away with these items is we're at a point where we kind of just have to kind of keep playing the game until in perpetuity. But for now, we're like to try and handle the Dune Lords. If we can handle them, then we can probably rest a bit easier, because at that point there'll be few people who can actually deal with us.
While Taj is talking, the girls come around to give you food and drink. We're not going to waste time with like taking orders. We're just going to say that you guys told them what you wanted when you came in, and that's what they've brung to you now. Also,
Okay.
this whole thing, this whole conversation and sitting down and eating counts for you guys as a short rest.
Cool.
Awesome.
So
Okay.
if you would like to use hit dice to try to improve your hit points, you may do so now.
What would
Okay.
we need a short
Alright.
rest for, DM?
Just
I wonder.
just in case.
All right.
Maybe you don't get one, smartass. Maybe everybody except
I don't have
Professor
any.
Will Diggles gets one.
I might not have any hit dice left, actually. Oh yeah,
So
I do.
while this is going, while Nair is trying to listen to all this, I do have one question, and he holds up two fingers.
Oh, look at all these
He's like-
ones raining down in chat.
It's
Yeah.
We got hit dice to spare. We're high level.
Okay. He's like, will you be serving lots of sustenance? And he holds up a thing that is fermented goat's milk.
That's probably a question for them. Don't worry, we'll cover you guys for this meal.
Very good. Then as long as the thing. Oh, and there may be one other thing that I just sort of remember. I'm looking for someone. I'm trying to remember who it was. Was it?
I don't know if anyone here has met her. Just make sure we're covering that.
Yeah, this
Oh,
is
yeah,
the
yeah.
thing. None of you has any
Mhm.
idea who the hell Nair's sister would be.
So, okay.
Yeah, I am looking for her, by the way. And I'm trying to remember my name. It's hard to remember, but that's the reason why I drink it, so I don't have to remember very much.
Is she a big cat person like you?
Oh no. She was a very kind soul. They came in the night, you know.
She's still kind to many people.
Yeah. They came in the night. Yeah, I know. Yeah, they came in the night, you know. Then I took her away, and I tried to fight them off, and I didn't do so well. And that's why I drink, because who wants to remember
the crazy thing, the past anyway, right? It's always look forward by looking. You can't look forward by backward, or is it the other way around? The point is, I am been looking for my sister for a long time.
So it's your
And
sister, but it's not a large cat person.
well, she is a cat person, but just like
Oh,
me, she's a woman, but not really but who looks like a cat, who thinks like a cat, who acts like a cat, who may talk like a cat, but is not a cat. You see.
yes, yes.
Taj
Ah,
and Victor, and actually Brynjar, Pyre, and Wildigles, since you guys are close enough to hear all this, anybody that wants to, after hearing Nair say that, can make a history check.
Sure, why not?
One.
That's not bad at all.
Yeah, 13's not bad for having a -1. All right. In fact, Pyre and Taj. Oh, and Brynjar. So, the way Nair describes himself and his sister, you definitely take him to be from a place they called Kayexia, where there was a huge arcane war waged generations ago between the magic oligarchs and theocrats of Magiskar and all their various houses. Magiskar is kind of like House Harkonnen from Dune, except way worse
mhm.
and creepier, if that's possible. And they the magic that was wielded during this war eventually ran amok, and it wound up creating a huge chasm between the two regions, and it also wound up cursing the people of Kayexia, who then became beastmen that the Magiscarans now hunt for sport and enslave.
Mm.
That's some.
What'd you say,
Wow.
Brynjar?
That is unfortunate.
Yeah, but that's you recognize just from the way he's talking and the way he's describing himself and his sister that that's what's going on with them. That's who they are. They're Kyexians, meaning that they have bestial aspects, but they're not like true cat people, for example. And also, it's not just cat people out there. There's elephant people, just about any kind of animal people you can imagine, because that's what their region was a big savanna. So when the magic ran amok, it just sort of transmogrified them into people resembling, the different animals of the region. There's even hippo people, but for the most part, you don't see them because they're underwater most of the time.
That's how they get you.
Yeah, that is how they get you. Most dangerous animal in the world, by the way. Do you guys know that?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Rex.
All right. So, is there anything that anybody wants to interject or talk about?
So I guess with that information, we don't know anything about Johan's significant other. I don't think he shared much information about her.
I don't think he told anybody.
Okay.
He
sounds good.
did give somebody something.
Herpes?
No, not that. No, he did say something about.
Was it to Morgan?
Nope. It
No,
was to the
he
professor.
gave somebody. He did get before he left. He did give somebody a scroll.
I haven't had any opportunity to use that.
I know, yeah. I just wanted. That's what I'm saying. It's just like because right now nobody, and he didn't mention her name, but that was about it. So.
All
Good to
right.
know.
So the mystery will likely never get solved. But
Well, it probably will. He'll probably mention it at some point. You never know. We'll see.
all right. So
Okay.
There's obviously a connection that I'm missing.
so does anybody have anything else they want to add? Anything else they want
see.
to discuss?
Yeah.
Well, we'll keep an eye out for a large cat person.
Oh, I'm sure she will be easy. She will be well. We are very sneaky,
I hear she's
Probably,
very
yeah,
popular. She's very busy.
yes, I've been trying. Like I said, I've been trying. Did I say I've been trying to find her for a very, very long time? Yes. And yeah, yes. But it's been a long. But it's hard sometimes to. I try not. I want to see her in my mind, but it's sometimes it's hard to recall her. Um, and the drink sometimes helps and sometimes it doesn't, if that makes sense. Which I don't really make sense very often. But hey. But anyway, I will be glad to help you out with your little problem as long as as long as I will lubricate it. Yes.
And by lubricated, you guys know that he means chunky goat milk.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we all have our demons. Some drink to remember, some drink to forget. I,
Yes,
for one,
that sounds like a song. You ought to write that down and make a song of it.
I might do just that, my friend.
Ah, yes. Yes, of course. Yes.
Copyright
I have a
lawyers
great
will
deal-
find a way to sue you across time and space.
Probably, yeah. But Victor will say, I have taken a great interest in the tale you've told me, my friend. You see, up until recently, perhaps some rumors reached here, but I had retired from adventuring. However, the quiet life, it was not meant to be, and I am on the road once more. I had heard that there was trouble in this region, and where there's trouble, there's adventurers and adventure. Such is the calling of Victor Cervantes. If you would have me, I'd be happy to join you. I would like to hear more details of this story and help you write the next chapter.
Victor and Nair, we would appreciate both of you on this journey, and we will fill in as many details as we can, hopefully before they become required. Yeah, sounds good. Well, we're here for a little bit. We've been out in the sands for some time, so I say we at least take a rest here. That would be our main goal.
I'd very much like to do some shopping before we leave town too.
If we have the time, yeah, go right ahead. The big thing though is that we just got to be mindful of what we're doing. People rolling extra hit die.
I need everyone to give me a perception check.
Okay, you got it. I take it this would be at normal.
Like, ooh, I could use one more. Just
This would be at normal.
Okay.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
there we go.
I have a question. If my passive perception is higher than, let's say, an 18,
What is it?
it's 21.
Okay. All right. In that case, Victor, Pyre, and Brynjar, you are not surprised this round, and you are able to act normally.
It's Dahlia, isn't it? That bitch.
Oh no, and also Professor Wildiggles. You also made the check. The target number was an 18. That's what your would-be assailants rolled for their stealth check.
nah.
Mm-hmm.
So let's
So it begins.
bring them out.
All right.
Brynjar,
Please tell me these are Thesa assassins. Literally, as I said, we haven't seen them in a long while.
these are not
No.
Thesa assassins. All of the Thesa assassins are in fact dead.
Hooray!
Finally, an indoor battle where Fireball can beat you.
You're gonna blow up his sign again. He's gonna have to change the name.
All right, so, Brynjar.
Yeah.
From where you are, you can see Bert and Bert can see you, you are not surprised, and thusly, Bert is not surprised. Bert kind of sees this chick appear between you guys. This chick right here, or you can't see this. Hang on, this chick right here.
Okay.
And he is ready to move at your command. So on your turn, he'll be able to Kool-Aid Man himself to that doorway and take action.
Oh
Wonderful.
yeah.
But everybody is going to need to put themselves into initiative.
Okay.
Oh wow, Par, you did even worse than I did.
Look at those initiative rolls.
Just freaking praying again. I'm telling you.
This is
For one,
this is
initiative
embarrassing.
shit.
Will Diggles and Pyre are like mid
Oh,
bite
there we
on their
go.
lunch while this happens.
Well, that's not
She
really
caught me
great
trying
either.
to sneak the flip flops off her feet.
There you go.
All right.
So DM George, we rolled the same initiative.
Yeah, I already lowered the bad guys. I've always
Oh, okay.
given ties to the players when it comes to initiative.
All right.
All right, so we'll put that in descending order, which is embarrassing for my people. All right, and with that, some of you, not all of you, but some of you, notice that suddenly you are surrounded by some of these out-of-town travelers who clearly are pulling weapons out of scabbards. And hang on here, I'll write this down.
And I was really hoping for a bar fight, but not like a.
Would you settle for a bard fight?
You don't need to bring your weapon out. You can just start punching.
Something
Grab
tells me that
Will
would not
Diggles
be
and
as
swing him
effective.
around.
I highly suggest you switch to fists. That only do 1d4 damage plus your strength modifier.
Oh, and it's 1 damage plus strength.
Oh, well, there you go. That's even better.
Yeah.
All right, so
Right. We got this. Wow, I'm the only. Everyone's sub 10 except for Victor.
I know. Good grief.
Dude, everyone was like eating. Everyone was really into their lunch today.
Well, in their Irish case,
I was
very
finally
interesting.
cracking
Yeah.
my back as they showed up. I was like, fine.
So let's see here. Taj, you do not get to act this turn. Neither does Nair. The two of you are surprised.
Okay.
Everyone else, however, was not surprised. So I'll put that in chat. So Brynjar and Bert, Professor Wildiggle, Victor, and Pyre will all be able to act. Taj and Nair will not be able to act until the second round. With that, Victor, you see suddenly you are surrounded by foes, by ne'er-do-wells. What would you like to do?
All right. Victor, seeing that he is surrounded by assassins, probably not for the first time, being a seasoned adventurer, will give a little chuckle under his breath. Many have tried to kill this bird. They all left disappointed. And he will spring into action. Let's see. I'm going to assume this one is close enough to me that it would get an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's all right. So I will spring up and fly over to here.
All
That's
right.
up a level.
So
I can fly.
So you're going up a level. She will, in fact, make an attack of opportunity against you
He's a bird.
as you fly up a level. Let's see. What is
Yeah,
she weigh?
no way around it then. Yep.
So, as you fly, she pulls out a short sword and tries to attack you with it. And she rolls a natural 1. She misses completely. Victor, as you're passing by, hang on, I have to answer a text from our
She's a Victor
our-
Cervantes
our-
fan.
our super
Number
fan.
one fan.
All right.
Until she was so surprised by all of a sudden a flying bird. She's like, oh shit.
You notice that her blade that she almost struck you with, and by almost I mean she rolled a natural 1, so not at all. It's coated with some sort of dark greenish ichor. All right.
Poisoned blades, I see. Very well. And let's see if I can. I think Nair might have to be collateral damage here, but. Yep.
But you're okay with that.
Thanks.
I mean, he'll probably be fine. Victor will
Okay.
strike up a tune. Villains run and monsters fear when Victor Cervantes is near. You had your chance, you've lost this fight. Now you face my music's might. For you, this is the end.
Give me a performance check as a freebie.
All right. 26.
All right. You notice that Molsalon and Anwar are kind of looking up at you like they don't know if they should clap or if they should, be like, what, WTF.
Right.
They don't
And
know what
now-
the hell they just heard, but they know it was good.
With the song, I will cast Fear in a 30-foot cone, targeting this way. That way I hit all of these assassins, miss Mosalon. Actually, nope, Mosalon might get caught on that. But,
If he gets feared and runs away, that's good.
yep. So I think a 30-foot cone, if I aim it that way, will probably hit all them.
Our super fan liked your singing.
Hey, I appreciate that.
Yeah,
I do it for the fans.
It's going to hit Mosalon. It's going to hit Mosalon, and it's going to hit Nair. For sure.
Okay.
That or like that.
Oof. Well, it is just a fear effect, so if I can hit all of the assassins, I think that will probably work.
You're going to hit... well, hang on here.
Dahlia might run out, which honestly is probably better with fireballs and
Yep.
all
Right.
that coming out.
They would probably have run on their turn anyway.
That's a fair point. It's a fair point. So it's a very great not hurting anyone spell.
Bards are good at that.
So we'll do Mosalon, Anwar, and Dahlia first.
Alright, that's a DC 19 Wisdom saving throw.
We're gonna say Mosalon's pretty wise. We're gonna give him a +3.
He knows what's up. He's a seasoned major domo in this town.
So this is Mosalon. Mosalon gets an 18. Not good enough. The next one we'll give Anwar. He's old. We'll give him a +2. 9, not good enough. Dahlia is young. We're gonna give her a -1.
Wisdom.
And
The
11.
bane of many youth.
Also not good. Oh, and you would get the other daughter too, Amunette.
There you go.
Also,
Sorry.
no, we're gonna give her just a straight. She's older, so we're gonna give her just a straight 1d20. Oh God.
What?
All right. So yeah, they are
She snips herself.
they are all afeared, and since they are not in initiative, they are just gonna run the hell away.
With the last note of his song, it makes a fearsome, discordant, and frightening magical wave of power.
That's a good turn. That's a good move. Getting him
Okay.
to move now
All
is
right.
good.
Next up, we're gonna have Nair. Nair, go ahead and make your check.
Okay. 18.
18
remember
is,
my reaction.
Oh,
is not
wait
good
a
enough.
minute. Hold on. Let me take a second here. There is something I can do, but I don't know if I can actually do it on my turn because there
Are
is
you a
a thing
monk?
on here. Yeah, I am a monk, but there is something I have a thing on here.
Alright, the stillness of
Let me
mind,
take a
right?
Look at there.
You also have the key well, that takes an
Yeah.
Do you have the key re-rolls for monk though?
Yes, I do, and I'm trying to figure out which one it is. If it's part of my drunken thing. Let's see.
I think that's
yeah, I'm trying to
Atasha's new baseline ability.
Is it really? I'm trying to think.
I think
which-
it is, yeah.
Wait, Son of Sun and Moon. I'm just trying to think which one it is. Timeless Body.
14. Diamond Soul. You master.
Diamond Soul. That's what it was. Okay, yeah. Additionally, whenever you make a saving throw, you can spend one fake. I'll spend 1 key point to basically re-roll it.
This game is so broken compared to how it used to be.
Okay.
Hey man, we're the new guys. Let us have our moment.
There we
Hey.
go. Okay. Yeah. All right.
Mwah.
At least I wasted a key point on it. So yeah. All right.
You got 14. You got 15. Spend them.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right. So Nair makes the check. Taj, you're close enough to this.
Do I got a toe in there?
Yeah, I think so. I think you're gonna have to make a check as well.
Watch this. I am scared.
You are frightened, and on your turn, you must take the dash action, and move as far away as you can. That means Taj in the next round, in the next turn, unless let me see. Hang on.
Well,
I'm
they also
fine
can
with
drop
running,
whatever they're holding.
because I could have Tart start firing at shit.
You're gonna wind up running off the map. Either way you go.
Well, I got only 30 feet of movement, so
Yeah, but
I
you
got
have
here.
to take the dash action.
yeah, we'll see what happens.
So that's
Because
60
I already
feet.
take my turn this turn, so if he drops concentration next turn, we're good.
That's true. Yeah, he's still surprised.
Yeah, I literally can't even run. I'm still surprised.
Oh,
so
that's true. All right.
that's fine.
All right. So we've got how many? Put that back, Victor. 1, 2.
I apologize. I'll put it right
It would have been
back.
all 5 of the lower assassins. Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
All right. Keep that on there.
Yep,
We're
I
good.
set it to linger, so it'll just sit there.
We're gonna go one. We're gonna go the 2 closest to Victor first. We're gonna go top bottom. All right. Well, this may be a short game tonight. All right, so
They all run off the map. Oh, like, oh shit.
then
Like,
the
oh shit, it's
one-
Victor Cervantes, get out.
The one next to him also fails. Hang on, I need to be.
It shows my age, but whenever I'm thinking of Victor Cervantes, I just assume that you're Enrique Iglesias.
I
That's
mean,
it.
to be fair,
I
that's-
just assume just to, like, what am I talking to? Like, okay,
I might be showing my age, but I just assume he's Julio Iglesias. All right,
there you go.
we'll
There we
we'll
go.
do this chick next. Oof.
Oh god.
they do not
Yeah.
want this smoke.
Yeah, it's gonna be a short game tonight. All right, so
That's why we got to do a lot of talking.
I mean, after that song,
Do a lot of
I wouldn't want to
sopping.
follow that up anyway.
There you go. Encore.
these 2 will go top bottom next. 17 fails and a 1 fails. Both, so they all failed. Wow.
Well, there's still other assassins. But these guys and Taj have to drop everything they're holding, and on their turn, they will run away.
All right.
Hey, Brynjar, you got your bar fight after all.
There you go.
All right. Does that end your turn, Victor?
No, yeah. Actually, I will give a Burdick inspiration. Let's give it to Brynjar, dude. Let's let this guy go ham.
Alrighty.
All right, Brynjar, you have a bardic inspiration that can be used to add to an attack roll, a damage roll, or I think a saving throw. Is that correct?
Saving throw or even an ability check.
All right, Brynjar.
Pretty much anytime you roll a d20.
All right, very good. We can take that off now.
Yep.
The
Goodbye, Cone.
The fear cone. Okay. Whoever put it on there can take it off now.
I got it.
Oh,
Sorry.
sorry, that was me. Dude.
Okay.
dude,
I lay one
hold
face
on.
down card and end my turn.
All right. Next up is Nair.
Who can't really do anything because he it's a surprise, right?
Oh, that's right. He is surprised. Never mind. Next
Probably
up-
in more ways than one. A bunch of assassins pop up. Victor Cervantes leaps up, sings a song, blasts out a wave of magic.
Next up is
Oh, yeah.
Brynjar.
Alrighty. Brynjar is going to go here. And attack this person.
That's a woman. She goes by chick pronouns.
Well, you know, it's hard to tell with the hood.
Yeah, there's dudes and chicks in here. Okay. Oh my God! Yeah, turns out that hits Brynjar.
She's gonna. Her pronoun's gonna be was in a second.
Yeah, her pronoun's about to be was.
Question with that bardic inspiration, At your level, is that a D?
It is a D12 if you, for some reason, want to use it on this.
Do I get to roll it twice?
No,
It's not for damage.
you would
It's only for the attack roll.
actually.
Oh, okay.
Hang on, yeah. I thought it was for damage. I thought it was for damage or saving throw.
Only for Valor Bards.
Ah, okay. Never mind. Forget
It's
what
you can use it on the attack roll, but not the. So you're more likely to hit them even if you do your Great Weapon Master.
Okay, fair enough. Let's see here. There is a point of question, George. Is with my Blood Fury charges, they don't replenish with a short or long rest. They replenish with the dawn of the new day.
Yeah.
So
if you went ham and used them all last fight, tough.
okay, yeah, because I didn't just use the last fight. We've had like 3 fights today, and you know.
Well, I mean, if you used them all,
right.
You
Okay.
guys, whoa! You haven't had 3 fights today.
Yeah, it was just
Well,
the guts.
It was just the Gugs in the marketplace. That was the only other fight you've had today.
Oh,
should have
well,
rested
I
in
never
between the Morgan.
I never replenished it. Then
Oh well, that's
that's my fault.
That's
So,
on you. Yeah.
not a problem. I'm gonna go ahead and do. Let's see here, trip attack.
It's like you're only doing like what 39 damage.
All right, trip attack. So you can roll that twice.
Another one.
Woohoo! Hell yeah!
Ooh.
Well, he did get the nat
But-
20, so
Valia.
Right.
All right.
But now they
so-
need to make a strength saving throw,
Yeah.
and it's a 19.
And she is knocked prone.
Beautiful. And I will continue my flurry of attacks. Let's see.
That is a hit for another 25 points damage.
Does a 17 hit?
That also hits for another 25 points damage. Jesus, Brynjar.
And now let's see here. Bert enters the scene.
Yeah, give me a second here.
Can I just drag and drop?
No.
I can drag and drop. It does work.
You can, but I already had him on the map.
Oh, okay. So
He does not get advantage there. He gets advantage because she's on the floor, but he does not get advantage from placing with you. From flanking.
okay. So let me see. I need Bert to make an attack. I need to pull up his stat block.
Yeah.
There we go. I also yeah.
Do you
that's
even
perfect.
Beastmaster, bro?
he's about
No.
to. Let him.
I'm trying. This is a first. So he will do his beastly strike.
He has advantage. All right, so with a 10, that does not hit.
Okay.
And Bert looks at you like, how can I miss? She's on the ground.
It's a narrow doorway, you know.
You require more training, Bert. We'll get there.
All right, is that...
And that will end my turn.
All right, next up is our friends. First, we're going to go with the ones that can actually do stuff. This chick is going to stand up, and she's going to prairie dog as a free action. Because she's got a giant owlbear behind her and a giant, mainly hairy northern man in front of her. This guy is going to move
college.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And he is going to make some attacks at Victor Cervantes, trying to break that concentration. So,
Fair.
he will make 2 attacks with his short sword. At normal. Looking for 15.
Yep. AC isn't great.
That's a natural 1. Jesus!
Dude, no one wants
Finally.
this smoke. Well, that's one.
Give me a DC 17 Constitution saving throw. Or no,
He's
not.
gonna do regular
not
damage first?
hang on. Yeah, he's got to do damage for. Oh, good lord! All right. I forgot. I don't know why this thing's broken, but it is. So
Realizes he left his sword at his table.
It actually just disconnected from the handle.
Yeah,
So
he just pulls out the hilt.
blade
Yeah.
just missing. Ah, oh.
hang on a second. I've got a radical idea.
Some good swinging.
I'm gonna have to redrag the stat block out, and then make my modifications.
All right, opening up the hood on these assassins.
Yeah, for whatever
Place
reason,
the timing belt.
I used to have a lot of stuff saved under an encounters folder, and for whatever reason,
Mm-hmm.
at some point, Roll20 did something stupid and changed something, and it broke every one of those. Remember, I used to use just reskin veterans for days.
And
That-
that's one.
Oh yeah.
It
right.
broke all that stuff. Yeah,
That's some nonsense.
that is some nonsense. That is some bullshit.
It keeps eating my oldest like tokens for some reason. Like they're just missing.
Yeah, it's done that to me as well.
I bought a foundry license. I've been fiddling with it, but I've yet to put some real effort into.
I've heard it is a big toolbox, but requires a lot of prep.
I'm not 100% if I want to put the prep in. I'm looking into it. It's fun. I got it up and running, but like, do I gotta watch a weekend's worth of YouTube to get it going? No.
From what I've heard, at least that much.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to re-roll this just for damage, so that the damage will work. So give me a DC 50, or no, DC 17. The Blades of Zarin actually have a stronger poison.
Slightly
It's
better. Yeah,
actually
that's fine.
DC 17, not 15.
Gotcha. Yeah, 12. But I'm going to use. Let's see. No, that's a. That's on ability checks. Never mind. Yep, I'll take it. So that's 6 piercing plus 19 poison, is it? So 25
Yeah.
damage.
Let me see. 19 plus, or hang on. We gotta see, or 6, yeah. So that's 25. Half 25 would be DC 12. All right, so you managed to maintain your spell.
Well, that's the con save for the poison. One more for the spell.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
19.
Yeah. This guy is going to move 5, 10, 15. He moves away from you, Pyre. You can use an attack of opportunity if you want one, if you want to use your reaction.
Is Pyre surprised?
Pyre
Pyre
she surprised?
is not surprised.
I'm not.
Okay.
Not
good.
surprised.
Bonk.
You deal extra damage. Remember,
Oh yeah.
I think it's a D8 for you.
Yeah.
Ooh. All right. So you manage to club this guy good as he runs past you. And he makes his way up the stairs. 5, 10, 15. Gets up to the top of the stairs. And you see him produce a crossbow. And as he does so, he takes aim at Victor Cervantes. With that light crossbow. 14 does not hit.
His buddy's in the way.
All right, next up is this gal. She's going to turn around and strike at Bert, who is the much larger target. So for the purposes of battle, we're going to say that Bert is right here where he is, but we're going to move him off to the side, just so that I can, or so that Brynjar can still see his token bubbles when he clicks on him. All right, so she is going to attack him. She's looking for 14s. Makes 2 short attacks. 13 misses. 16 hits. So Bert needs to make a DC 17 Constitution saving throw. He gets it. He only takes half the poison damage. So that would be 13 plus the 8 piercing is 21 points of damage total on Bert. And
Didn't Bert have 1 hit point?
No. He got resurrected. Huh?
I can't get to his... Oh, there it is. Okay. So 21?
Yeah, 21 points of damage. When in the new player handbook, which is what we're using for his ranger stuff, it doesn't say that I don't think that he gets resurrected with just 1 hit point. It's not like Raisin. Yeah, it's 1 minute with all its hit points restored.
Well, cool.
All right.
Also, when she attacked Bert, that triggers Sentinel, which allows me to use my reaction to get an attack.
All right.
You made a mistake attacking the boy.
Well, I don't get advantage anymore.
16 does not hit her.
I
You
will
could use
use
that
my
inspiration.
bardic inspiration.
Yeah.
All right. With an 8, 24 does hit her. She takes 22 points of slashing damage.
Wait. Hold on. Let me see something real quick.
You've successfully
I'm-
buffed it.
I need to look at trip attack. Yep, I'm gonna go ahead and make that a trip attack as well.
Okay. Another 3 points of damage. And she will have to make her strength check. She is prone once more.
I didn't tell her she could stand up.
Wow. What a sexist pig. All right. That's
weird over there.
That's all the ones that can actually do anything. The other 5 drop their weapons and have to dash towards the door. That's going to be bad for your friends outside.
Mm-hmm.
If I can maintain the spell, we'll deal with them when we get to them.
Bert thinks it's because he entered the room. And he
It is.
caws and flaps his wings or
They
whatever.
can bonus action dash. They'll be faster than Mosey and the daughters.
That brings all of them off of the map.
Yeah, get out of here.
I am going to, rather than delete them, which would remove them from...
Initiative, yep.
Whoa.
I am just going to
There we
put
go.
them on the GM layer.
Okay.
All right. So, next up is Taj, who is surprised and cannot act. Taj, show us your surprised face.
Ah.
All right.
Both tarts kind of click and rev up as they're now ready to fire. On when I can actually tell them to fire. And that's it.
He is surprised and frightened.
Now I'm just frightened. In turn.
And I'm trying to find our list of people that can act. And Professor Wildiggles, you were not surprised. You may act.
And the people that have left the map, they're gone, right?
Yeah, they're gone. They're out. Can I quote Elvis? You know they're gone, 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 jumping like catfish on a pole. Yeah. From the immortal King
All right,
Creole.
There's only 3 left, so might as well kill them.
So who are you? Up to 5 creatures you can see within range. Range is 30 feet. So we'll say, yeah, that guy, and that chick. DC 19.
Where
Well, it should just be he gets 3 attack spell attack rolls.
Okay, never mind. I thought they had a chance to.
No.
Oh,
Oh,
it's
they
on
do.
the- Hang
Yep.
on.
It's right there.
Melee spell attack. Okay, so that will be. Oh no, 16. Pardon me. All right, so 16. You have to do it 3 times. 16 does not hit her, but she is down on the ground. However, you are not within 5 feet of her, so technically this wouldn't count for advantage just because she's prone, and technically it's a ranged attack, so it would be a disadvantage. But a 16 doesn't hit her anyway. I can't try to make you miss her more. This
I don't know anything that you just said, but I missed it.
I know. Just take it for granted. I know what I'm talking about. 16 does not hit this dude, and
Son of
next
a
is
bitch.
this guy. 23
There we go.
does hit that guy. 44. Good grief! This spell is broken.
It's a good one.
44.
It's a Xanathar spell.
Like I
And
said,
then I have
like I
to-
said, it's broken. Go ahead.
I have to end within 5 feet of somebody, so.
Oh, this is fun. You should come up right here.
You need to land against
I think
someone
I'm
you
gonna go right
target, right?
Are you sure?
pretty sure.
Up here's an opportunity for adventure
Pretty sure.
in the afterlife. All right. Very good. Next up is Pyre, who is likewise not surprised.
Alright, what you doing?
Pyre, if you're talking, we can't hear you.
Sorry, she's figuring it out.
I'm spiritual weapon. Let me pull that bad boy out.
Now, I will tell you, spiritual weapon would not get flanking if it appeared here on the other side of Brynjar, because it's not technically a creature. It would, however, give it advantage since this chick is prone.
Isn't Bert occupying that space?
Do what?
Isn't Bert occupying that space? That's why I didn't go there.
Right, because Bird's supposed to be like above.
Yeah,
her.
technically that's true.
Like,
Yeah,
it's, like,
Bird.
above
Yeah, you
her.
couldn't be here because technically Bird is right.
Yeah.
There. Everyone say hello to Kawaii Coyote.
Howdy.
Hello.
All right. So, who are you trying to attack? This guy? All right. Go ahead
Give
and
him the bump.
make your attack roll. Make it a good one. 16 is
Well,
not good enough. It
that being
misses.
said-
he is able to definitely duck out of the way. Go ahead. What were you saying?
I was gonna say we're all on the same wavelength, rolling 16s a lot.
All right.
Mhm.
Pyre, that's your bonus action. Is there anything else you would like to do as an action? Clicking on people, I don't understand. What are you trying to do to them? Okay, you're throwing a javelin.
Come on,
All right.
javelin.
All right. 18 hits. Go ahead and oh no, you did 5 points of damage. So you did 5 points of damage. It sticks in this guy's shoulder, but he's able to kind of twist, and he uses the staircase to kind of knock it out of him. Your javelin now is laying here.
It's my turn.
All right. Next up, we're at the start of round 2. Victor Cervantes,
Hey,
You're-
that's me.
you're up.
Alrighty, let's see. I think the smart thing to do is to maybe just disengage and then let Brynjar do his thing. These guys, these guys do not have a long and happy life ahead of them while Brynjar is in the same zip code. So I think if I just keep myself safe, that'd be fine. Let's do it this way. I'm going to use a 2nd level spell, cast Misty Step.
All right.
I will say adios, and pop out. Let's see, 30 feet. That's 40 feet. Well, let's say here, 30 feet, and I'll fly up over behind the bar.
All
And
right.
I'm still playing, and I will use. Well, actually, let's stay over here first, because I do want to cast a spell. That's a bonus action, Misty Step, and I'll use my action to cast Vicious Mockery on this fella here,
Which
the
one?
guy I was just next to.
Okay.
So let's roll that.
DC 19 Wisdom save. These guys have no chance.
Yep.
Good lord. All right.
Yeah, Victor will say, "This is by far the most botched assassination I've ever seen. This will maybe go in a comedy tale. Truly, I pity you." And I'll fly over there. And he's still playing. Keep his spell active.
All
I'll lay
right.
one face down card and end my turn.
So he takes 9 points of psychic damage, and I think he has disadvantage.
His next attack is disadvantaged, yeah.
Next attack. Okay.
And he probably, his self-esteem is not what it used to be either.
Let's not get crazy. Let's not get crazy with it. Self-esteem.
I'm gonna get a little crazy with it.
That's fine. All right, Nair, you're up, but you cannot act this turn or this
I
round.
thought that was last turn.
Really?
Oh no, yeah, wait,
was last
we're in
turn.
round 2. Never mind. Yeah, you can. My bad.
Okay.
No,
So
you can't
Nair's
act
kind of
running.
looking around. He does that John Travolta thing where he looks around like, wait, what's going on? Because he saw a bunch of people. Then he sees this guy. Oh, and so he decides to scamper up there. And because he has unarmored movement, he just like scampers up the wall like to go up here, and goes to this guy.
Brynjar with the gift.
And so he's
with the gift.
so he's just gonna do basically first he's going to do his quarterstaff here first. So we'll just do that for his first attack. 26.
Okay, hang on, Spider-Man. Where were
Okay.
you? Right here?
Yep.
So 5, 10. This would be double movement because you're climbing up. So that'd be 5, 10. So it
Well,
takes you-
actually, because the thing is, right, but unarmored movement, essentially, if you look at that, it basically says you have the ability to move along on vertical surfaces and across liquids on your turn without falling during the move.
yeah, this isn't about falling. You're still having to climb up it though.
He has like
Oh
65
yeah,
feet of
right,
movement.
yeah. So I have 65 feet of movement anyway, but I mean that yeah, that's fine. I'm just saying that's okay because he's. But I get what
All
you're
I'm
saying.
saying
Yeah,
is it takes
okay.
you 5 extra feet of movement because you're going vertically.
Right.
So
Oh, yeah,
5, 10,
that's fine.
15, 20, 25. So you've moved 25 feet after you scramble up there.
Okay, that's fine.
All
Yep. Okay. So hit him once so far for 26.
26 hits.
Okay. I'm gonna roll some damage, and then I'm going to spend a key point to see if I can land a stunning strike on this guy. So I'll do that. So he's going to have to make a 16 Constitution saving throw.
Oh, this is ridiculous.
So he is now stunned. So that means all of my attacks are now at advantage. Perfect. Okay. So then they got the second attack.
I remember this guy's
we'll
stunned
do-
until the end
Yes.
of Nair's next turn.
He's
Yeah, that's
suffering
right.
many
Yep.
afflictions.
Yes. So that's another 26.
You would have advantage on that, so yeah, 26 hits, another 10 bludgeoning.
Okay. And then I'm going to spend another key point for a flurry of blows.
Hang on just a second. Let me
Which
double check
again,
that. I may have mucked that up.
Oh, that's okay.
Well, I'm gonna look it up just so I know.
Like I know it's
Okay.
a quarterstaff, but I just like the idea of a giant cat person just beating the shit out of somebody with a stick. I don't know, it just it brings me joy for some reason.
Yeah, you have while he's stunned, attacks against him are made at advantage.
Yep.
All right, so
Okay. And
yeah,
then
I
so
already
then
took those
spend a
10
one more
points
key
off.
point to do.
Go ahead.
Okay, and then I'm doing another flurry of blows. Basically spend another key point. So that means I got to do one of these. So that's 29.
That hits.
That's another 10. And then one more. 17, I don't think hits.
17 does hit.
Oh, it does.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. And for another
Good
10.
grief.
I mean, it's no Brynjar damage, but it's still pretty good.
I know. Yeah. It's,
That
I mean,
stun
we-
is it's pretty devastating.
We can't all be Brynjar.
no, we can't.
All right.
All right. But that's going to end my turn.
All right. Next up then is, speaking of Popeye, Brynjar.
Alrighty.
Do-do-do-do-do-do.
We can get rid of that marker, by the way, because I don't have that bardic inspiration anymore.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna shuffle here, just in case that person does stand up, but I need that advantage. And we're gonna start rolling.
18 hits for 20 slashing damage. Brynjar, how do you kill this young lady, who looks up at you with fear in her eyes as she sees your halberd coming down towards her?
I want it's so it was kind of like the trip attack from last time. So she's boom flat on her back, and then kind of just like an upward golf swing as I take her head off.
Good lord! All right, her head lands over here next to Will Diggles. Bert looks at it like he wants to eat it as a free action.
He may.
And Brynjar, good for par.
All right, yeah.
Right.
Bert eats her head as a free action.
Better yet, I hack it off. It arcs, and Bert catches it midair.
Yeah, that's good. Professor Will Diggles, give me a dexterity saving throw. The DC is going to be 20.
Uh-oh. What did I do?
This is, I think, for the splash zone.
Oh.
All right. You dodge most of the blood, but there's blood coming up from this chick's stump of a neck, and some of it does wind up on your pants. All right.
And with that, so that was 5 feet of movement I made to shuffle over 10, 15, 20, 25. Because I killed her with with that attack, I get a free attack essentially. So this guy's gonna get that.
20 hits. Dear
Beautiful.
Lord, 27 points of damage.
I mean, he's Brynjar, man.
Oh, well, he's got
Yeah.
that giant strength.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's a big boy.
And now I'll take the rest of my 2 turns for a crit.
Oh,
You know what? We'll go ahead. We'll trip attack that one.
So that's 29 plus 15. 15, that's 44 points of damage.
And
Hang on. Let me see if he's...
oh yeah.
Nope, he is knocked prone.
That was my free attack. Okay, so I got one more attack, and well, I want
You have
Well,
advantage.
I will.
Yeah.
I will roll it again just in case I get a crit. Which
Oh my
Wow.
god.
Wow.
He can't keep getting away with it.
That's 30.
In 2 turns, 3 crits.
let's see.
That's
I
30.
can do something.
Hang on. Let me finish. All of y'all, stop. Let me finish. That's 35
Okay,
points
okay.
of damage. He only had 28 left. How do you kill this other guy?
More like a batter swing, as because since I did the trip attack, so he's not all the way to the ground yet. And so I'll do like a batter swing and knock his head over towards Bert.
All right, Bird eats it as a free action. Very good. Too bad you don't have any attacks left. You could have totally got over to this other guy.
Well, I'm out of movement.
Yeah. Oh no.
Victor uses magic to instill fear, but Brynjar does it the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, Brynjar just kills people and feeds their heads to an owlbear. All right. Does that end your turn? Killer of Zambar. The
let's
butcher
see
of
here.
Zambar.
What's Bert's move?
Bert has 50 feet, 30 feet. Pardon me, 30 feet of movement.
Okay, so
Or hang
wanna-
on, that
I'm gonna-
hang on, that may be incorrect. Hang on. Let me double check that.
I guess it'd be in the Ranger, the Beastmaster subclass, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, he's kind of a
Doesn't
hybrid.
s-
There was some stuff that I took from the owlbear, but I think because of the primordial thing, I think I did wind up making it. Hang on. By God, I'll find out.
I'll see if it says anything in Primal Companion.
I'm looking it up right now. I've got it right in front of
Yes.
me.
When trying
Oh,
to
okay.
find the speed of an owlbear, it's important to know if it's European or African.
And can he fly?
No,
Or is he a
can't fly.
flightless? Okay.
It's overpowered enough that you have an owlbear as a pet. Beast of the land,
Yeah.
40 feet. He has 40 feet of movement. Good God.
Okay. I'm going to park him
Can you even get
because
up
I
there?
don't think he can get up there.
There's not enough
Um,
room. No,
I'm gonna park him right here on this table, kinda,
can't
just
even
to-
fly. God damn.
just to kind of make sure that this guy doesn't go after like Pyre or Taj.
Okay.
And he'll look at this guy like a snack next.
All right. Does that end your turn?
Yeah, I think I did enough.
Next up is our friend who is currently stunned, and he's the only one that can do anything. It's almost like two of his friends got killed in one turn, and 5 of them got feared out of the tavern. All right. So that ends his turn because he can't do anything. He can't try
He
that.
does have to roll. He can roll again. He can try to do.
That's
like
at
a-
the
he
end
can
of
roll
your
for
turn.
another- Oh right. Okay. Okay.
And I believe all the ones that are outside, at the end of their turn, they can repeat the save against fear. If they want, I guess. They might just be like, you know what, I'm going to choose another line of work.
I think
I'm
they're
learning a
plan-
trade.
I think they're planning to come back and just sneak in your window and stab you to death while you sleep.
They can try, I
Feathers
guess.
flying everywhere.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So next up is Taj, who can finally act.
Is the frightened
Sort of.
gone?
Yeah. This dude is still.
All right. Just
He
making
can't.
sure.
He's stunned, but I mean, he's still alive. So.
I will say, if
alright, cool.
the other guys
So-
are gone, I will drop concentration on my fear. That way Taj can do whatever he wants.
Thank you. DM, question for the DM. Where did the daughters and Mosalon go? And did they go the same exit as the assassins?
They ran outside. The assassins ran out the same exit. Yes.
Okay. I would like to go help them, and I'm going to say I'm gonna go take care of the others. When you finish with that guy, get over here. And I'm going to willingly run off the map and have the tarts follow after as quick as they can.
Okay.
The tarts.
So,
So-
I'm going to go.
So you are willingly
they come with me?
leaving initiative.
I am willingly leaving. I think he's stunned. He's surrounded by 4 people. If they don't got him, then honestly, he deserves to
deserves
kill
the
one or
win,
2
right.
of them. So
All right.
I'm popping out to go assist, and I assume next session might have stuff going on out there. So I'm going to try and minimize casualties.
All right. Next up then is Professor Will Diggles.
Coated in blood.
Not coated. It's just on your pants, but there is a good deal of it on your pants.
Lightly
Okay,
peppered.
well, he's gonna reach down and give his coat a real hard tug,
Ooh, ooh,
and
ooh.
it's gonna magically disappear and be replaced by a pair of silk boxers, solid black with red heart.
Is that your action?
Can we call it a bonus action? Maybe, I don't know. I don't know how this works.
I don't know. What? Hang on. What is the magic item called again?
It's just shift weave.
Hang on.
I don't think it actually says how it works.
Well,
could be wrong.
I'm gonna look it up. Because it's been a while since I've read it. Oh, good grief. It is a bonus action. All right, so you still have your action.
Okay. That was not what he was shooting for. The outfit. Oops. So now he's like a little red in the face. He's got little gray chest hairs exposed now. So he kind of shyly tiptoes over to the table, dips his hand or dips his finger into like one of the drinks or whatever to get some moisture on it, and then casts ice knife.
Okay. At who? The guy that's stunned up here?
At Brynjar. No, I'm just kidding. At the guy that's stunned.
I'll
To be
allow
fair,
it.
I think that spell does splash damage, so you are hitting Bert and Nair.
Yeah.
Ice knife?
Yep.
Yeah, it's an attack roll and then it's a save. At the,
Yeah. Once it hits, it.
Didn't I make this mistake last time too?
I think so.
You have done this before.
Mm-hmm.
I guess in my mind, it's like an ice knife. How does an ice knife?
In your
splash
mind,
You
you're
throw the-
okay with collateral damage.
it's
with your
the ice
friends.
knife and then it explodes.
So let's see your
All right, well-
attack roll, or unless you want to do something else.
I can't remember whether I click it on here or if I gotta go
You
check
took
my
it
attacks
from
real quick.
attacks and spell casting on your
Yeah,
on your
gotcha.
sheet, on the front page of your sheet. DC 19. He, I think he automatically fails.
Like he has
Uh,
disadvantage if he's stunned.
Hang on,
Mhm.
let me look. Automatically fails strength and dexterity saving throws.
Oh wow. Damn.
Mm-hmm.
So he fails. He takes the full 18 points of damage. And let me see.
I think for the second part of that, the cold damage, that would be Nair and Bert have to roll their dex save.
It won't be Bert because it's only 5 feet, so it'll definitely be Nair. But Bert, seeing as how he's
Okay.
on the first level, is more than 5 feet away.
Okay.
So Nair needs to make a
So-
DC 19 dexterity saving throw. Rolls a natural
He fails
1.
that.
Go ahead.
I'll spend a key point to try to see if I can do a re-roll that.
Be careful. That's
Um,
that's 5 cold damage.
I know. Oh, wait, is it?
Yeah, you have evasion.
Well,
Jared.
get it.
10.
Oh
Yeah.
wait, I got evasion. Never mind. Okay.
Oh, well.
Because I can. That's.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hold on. Okay. That's right. I got evasion on this thing. Hold on. So if I have to
didn't think
take a
about
thing
casting
with.
this at 8th levels.
Yeah. So if you fail, you take half, and if you
So
succeed,
yeah,
you
if
take
I
none.
fail that, then I'll half. Yeah. Yeah. So I only would only take half of that. So it would be 5. You're right. Okay. Yeah, I'll take it. That's fine.
All right.
And it
that
feels a
will-
little more sobered.
Professor, does that end
Yeah.
your turn?
It does. He didn't even look to see if it hit anything. He's just kind of shyly trying to not be seen.
Pyre, you notice Professor Wildiggle's trying to cover his parts. All right,
What?
very good. It is your turn, Pyre.
Yeah, I'm not gonna look because I'm a good person. I'm gonna move my spiritual weapon there. I'm gonna boop.
You have advantage on that, so hit it again. In case you get a crit.
I think it says the new 2024 rules that Brynjar gets all the crits.
Yeah, apparently so. All right, 26 hits for. Well, that's the double-edged sword. You made the crit, but you rolled the damage twice. We're gonna go with the 7 force damage.
Me.
I'm kidding. We'll go with the 12 because he's only got 12 hit points left. How do you kill that?
Exactly.
How do you kill that dude?
Yeah.
Number 3. The little axe goes and like chops over his like chest area, and it like cuts, like it cuts into his body, and there's like blood trickling out, and he just falls back.
All right, Nair and Bert, give me DC 20 dexterity saving throws.
Okay.
Nair and Bert.
Yeah, I just rolled. Oh, hold on. I don't think I'm rolled.
Wrong one.
There we go.
All right, Bert gets a copious amount of blood spray coming down from that second story onto him. Nair, you also have this man's blood caked thickly in your fur.
Mm-hmm. And he's like, ew.
Bert doesn't seem to mind.
Nah, I would assume Bert's cool with it. Probably not Bert's
Right.
first rodeo as an owlbear with being
Mhm.
covered in something's blood. All right, so we are out of initiative now. Taj,
Nair,
as-
after having. Yeah, go ahead.
Taj, as you are outside, you see the guards. Mosalon and Anwar are outside with Anwar's daughters, Dahlia and Eminet, trying to calm them down. But there's no sign of the assailants. 5 of those assassins escaped, and the city guards are like looking around for them.
That's good. I'll take that. I was ready to get attacked by 5 assassins to keep Mosalon and Anwar and the daughters alive. So that's fine by me.
They may show up in your room later. You never know.
I'll put down my alarm spell.
All right.
Nair will step back. He then jumps off this thing to land on the ground, and as he does so, he does like a little hop on one foot as he makes his way back over to the table, and then basically gets his flask of goat's milk out and takes another drink. Like, and like, where was I? Oh, wait, there was no one here. Hey, where did everyone go? Like, he was like almost like he was trying to resume a conversation. But
Everyone is still in one piece, yes?
Yes.
All right. And with that, it is already 9:53. We will end for tonight.
okay.
And we'll make sure we get ready. Hang on here. We'll put.
I'll say that as soon as he gets a chance, Will Dickles will tug the fabric of his cloth again and change back to his normal professional wear or expedition wear.
Okay. We will bring Taj and the tarts back out.
The
Tart
Tart
team.
Brigade.
The bakery.
I was gonna say the Tart Tray.
All
But
right.
the bakery's good.
The tartade.
We will pick up there next week.
Sounds
Okay.
good.
Hope everyone had a
I
good
gotta
time.
say, yeah, I gotta say that thanks to Victor for the that clutch.
That fear, yeah.
The
To be fair, it was
the fear.
the fact that I had high initiative and the positioning worked out, and they all
Yeah.
had bad saves. It was the perfect storm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely gonna have to beef those dudes up.
You guys want dragons? Because this is how you get dragons.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. This is how you get dragons. Pretty
To
much.
be fair, this is what bards do. They get the control spells. So this is the one time where it works out perfect.
I sprung that on campaign on the Tuesday night campaign. They're all level 18 now, but there's only 4 of them, and I threw an ancient green dragon, the new one from the players from the monster
Yeah.
lineup,
Do it.
at them,
Yeah.
and yeah, one of them messaged me at the start of the next week afterward and was trying to run down scenarios where they can survive.
Yeah, I
Oh.
mean, sometimes if like the week ends mid-fight, like especially when we were fighting Naroko, I'm like, oh shit, dude, I don't know what I'm gonna
Yeah.
do next week. We are in a tough spot.
Their
Mhm.
big plan was to cast Liamin's tiny hut,
I would go in there.
and
Which
I
takes
said-
10 minutes, I think.
and they were like, "Could we do that?" And I was like, "I mean, technically, your bard's down. If you find a way to get him back on his feet, technically, I think."
The dragon has blind sight. He'd see through the opaque wall of Leon.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, the dragon. Number one, yes, he would absolutely know where the tiny hut is. Number two, I looked up sage advice from 2018,
Dang.
where Jeremy
Mhm.
Crawford had ruled that
From
Lehman's
the
tiny hut does not stop dragon breath.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
because it is not a creature, spell, or magical effect.
Yeah, it's just there you go. It doesn't say magic.
Matter of fact, it just
So-
groups them all in one place, and the dragon's like, "Oh, how convenient."
So the player that was panicking as a free action who reached out to me, I had to inform him. FYI, though, and oh, but they managed to pull it out. The fight's still going, but they're in a much better position now than they
Well,
were.
hats off to them. Honestly, I'm not looking forward to fighting the new dragons.
Yeah, they don't even bother with fear anymore. They're just like, you know what?
Oh,
Stop
yeah?
causing fear because people have paladins. There's no point to fear anymore. Just drop down and kill people.
They use the Brynjar method of fear, which is to
Exactly.
murder people.
Yeah.
I like that they have like spells now. Like the green dragon
Yes.
has Mind Spike. The gold dragons have Guiding Bolts. What does the
Mhm.
red dragon have?
Well, they have more. They have more than that now too, because
Yeah.
I kind of had to adapt like you guys did to, or like I did with y'all, to a force cage.
Mhm.
And so,
That's a good one.
so every boss villain I have now just about has Misty Step.
Oh,
I mean, it's
really?
useful. Yeah.
Well,
It's-
I
Don't
love
underestimate how useful movement is.
I love the dragon's pounce action. It's half their speed, make an attack, so they could do their 3 rend attacks, or but they also have the movement, so it's really good.
I did kind of a hybrid with this dragon and gave him legendary action still, and
Yeah.
Mhm.
so that
And he gets good mileage in the city.
so that he could still attack, like normal.
Mhm.
That's been a winning recipe so far.
Mhm.
Oh, good.
It's making
Well,
them-
I'm glad for you, George. I'm glad you're finding a way to have fun murdering players.
It's making them
Yeah.
poop as a free action. Listen, I don't want to murder anybody. I just want to make it challenging.
Oh, challenging. Yeah.
That's true. I feel like the next enemies who are just immune to charm and fear. It's like, well,
So
that's a comeuppance. It's overdue.
Kawaii Coyote showed up earlier. She goes, I peek in the chat and all I hear is pull that bad boy out. Do what? All right.
Yeah. What's the problem? The context is pretty clear, I think.
We are going to end there for tonight. Let me
Okay.
Hi, chat.
you guys back on here. Yeah, tell chat good night. And everybody who's going to watch
good
us
night.
on YouTube later, we'll see y'all next week.
See you later.